Hi, I'm Pam Sidhu here at Sabras Radio. Today I'm joined by a brilliant actress. She's giving us so many films, her recent one being Bell Bottom. Now, playing the role of Indira Gandhi, of no other, it is Lara Dutta. Hi, Lara.
Hi, Pam.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing really good. Thank you.
Oh, that's really good. Well, great to have you here with us at Sabras and connecting you to your fans. You've got a lot of fans over here. So we're loving Bell Bottom. Tell us about
Thanks.
it. Tell us how I mean, Indira Gandhi, this is no normal role. Tell us about how it came to you.
Yeah, Pam. So Bell Bottom is playing in cinemas right now, world over, and
Yes.
it's been really overwhelming ever since our trailer dropped, and people saw me on screen for the first time. The most common reaction that I've really received is, "We just didn't recognize you. We had to
Yeah.
watch the trailer multiple times to realize that that was Lara Dutta." But
Yeah.
of
You
course,
seriously,
I
you
was.
are unrecognizable in that role. It's done so well. I mean, the makeup team, the prosthetics, it's absolutely phenomenal. I mean, how long did it take you to get ready for that every time?
Well, it took me about 3 hours every day in the makeup chair to get into character, and it took me about an hour to take everything off. But I mean, yes, of course, if you're playing somebody as iconic a personality as Mrs. Gandhi, I mean, I had two choices. Either I was just Lara Dutta playing a part, and you assume that okay, that's who she was portraying, or
Yeah.
we tried to get a resemblance as close as possible in terms of not just the way that she looked, but also mannerisms and things like that. So I was very excited. I was waiting for the film to actually get to the theater so people could also see a performance that matched the prosthetics.
Yeah.
And it's been really phenomenal. And I feel incredibly grateful and blessed for, just all the appreciation that's been coming my way.
Yeah, well, I can see why. And when you say, of course, you're playing such an iconic character, did that come with the pressure of playing such a big character who was somebody who's made such an impact in history in real life, or were you just like, yeah, I got this?
No, of course, definitely. I think, being offered to play a character like Mrs. Gandhi for any female actor in the business, is a kind of a dream come true. It's one thing that you tick off your wish list,
Yes.
as an actor. And so when the offer did come my way to begin with, I thought Akshay was really pulling my leg when he
Yeah.
told me and said, we're looking for to cast for Mrs. Gandhi, and I think you can do it. And I was like, there's just no semblance at all. But obviously, he sort of saw something that none of us could at that point of time. But I think he was also more looking at it from the point of view of, he wanted someone that had a certain kind of a body language and a certain kind of presence.
Yeah.
And then we were able to translate that by studying Mrs. Gandhi and, understanding, the way that she sort of interacted, behaved, moved, all of that.
Mm.
But yeah, it comes with an immense amount of responsibility because, I mean, she had this overpowering, really larger than life personality. And
Mm.
when you're playing a character that's been so well documented, over time and over history, and it's based on, sort of inspired by true events, it's very important to really translate that responsibly on screen. So for
Yes.
sure, it comes with a tremendous amount of pressure and responsibility to play a character like her.
Ah, yeah. And you've worked with, you mentioned Akshay Kumar there, and of course, he's the main lead in the film Bell Bottom, and you've worked with him before. So what was it like for you guys now? Was it like having a reunion? You've done quite a few films together. Is How much were you even?
It's
Yeah.
so Bell Bottom is my 13th film with Akshay in some form or the other. But yeah, I mean, Akshay, to be honestly, is like family. He was my very
Yes.
first co-star. And, we've had a very special relationship all throughout my career in Bollywood. He's been my friend, philosopher, and guide. And when you go to work with a project with Akshay, I mean, I'm very excited every time I get the opportunity because it's like being able to have, going. It's like being on a picnic. I mean, he's a true professional. He's never late on set. If at anything, he's early. There's a lot of high energy on set. He's making sure that everybody's looked after. And and we have a really easy camaraderie and chemistry on set as well, so it's very easy for us to play off each other, without having to really say much or
Mm.
do much.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be really honest, sometimes, I mean, for the last couple of years when I've worked with him, you don't even realize when the film has kind of started and when it's ended, because
Yeah.
you've had a blast making it and then it's just done, it's ready.
Well, they say that if you do the things that you love to do, you'll never work a day in your life. So
Exactly.
it
Yeah.
sounds like that when you're saying you're having so much fun, it sounds like the world is your playground, and you're having so much fun doing what you're meant to be doing.
I truly am. I think in my 40s as a female actor in Bollywood, I mean, there's just a world of possibilities that's opened up now with better writing for women, better characters to play on screen. And I'm actually genuinely having more fun now than I've had in the last decade in my life, as an
Yes.
actor on screen. So it's
Yeah.
been really fulfilling and really fun.
Yes, yes. Well, you mentioned then, in terms of being in your 40s, you're also a mother. You bring another level to the acting then, because of your experience, and like you said, having more fun now, doing different kinds of roles than your normal, say, typical roles that you might have been offered when you first entered the industry.
Yeah,
Such
for
as this one.
sure. Yes, yes, for sure.
Yeah, such as this one, Indira Gandhi itself. So what would you say to people about this film? Would you say that it's a family film? Who would you recommend this film to?
No, so I definitely think that, across the board, people can go in, and these kind of films are really special, wonderful little nuggets to be made, because they're based on real unsung heroes that played a
Yes,
major part in the history of our country, and we don't realize them because most of these people go unrecognized and unmentioned.
yes,
But the fact of the matter is that this is very much based on true incidents that took place during Mrs. Gandhi's reign, which it's based upon an hijacking that took place during Mrs. Gandhi's reign. And
yeah,
it really changed the way India dealt with, or the kind of just dealt with issues that later on became very, very relevant and prevalent all across the world.
hmm,
So it's about celebrating these unsung heroes, and it's a fast-paced thriller. It's an intelligent film,
yeah.
because it's got you've got to pay attention to what's going on. But it's got a lot of heart. It's got the right emotions in place. All in all, apart from it being my film, I think it's a complete, as we call in Bollywood, Paisa Vasool film to see on the big screen. So I'm really glad that after a really long spell, Bell Bottom has been the film that's finally released into cinemas, even in India, where everything was really shut down for almost 18 months.
Well, you know what? It's perfect. It's great that finally we're getting those releases again. There was there was a dam that was blocking, or imagine, it was just blocking all these new releases, and now they've started trickling through. And Bell Bottom being at the forefront of that in terms of the theatres. So lots of people here are actually going out to the theatres here in the UK. I'm hearing great things about this film. I've still to watch it myself, but I'm going to be scheduling it in this weekend, definitely. But thank you so much, Lara, for taking the time to talk to us today here at Sabras Radio, all about Bell Bottom. And it's great to see the heights that you're reaching in terms of as an actress, and the different types of role that you're doing, and great to see, different elements of you coming out as an actress. So thank you so much for doing this, and taking the time to speak to us. Is there anything you would like to say to your listeners?
No, I just want to say thank you so much, Pam. It's a pleasure. I always love being able to, speak to fans and listeners in the UK. And I know that's a really, I mean, we get so much of love from the UK always whenever we're there. I've shot so many of my movies there. I have family there. So it always feels very, very special to be able to communicate and have people listen in. But yes, I'd love for people to watch Bell Bottom in the cinemas, and I would request everybody to, of course, be careful, take care of themselves, protect themselves and their families. Do whatever you need to, follow whatever protocols are in place for your country,
Yeah.
and just make it a really safe watching experience. But it's definitely, definitely worth the trip to the cinema.
Oh, definitely. Well, thank you so much, Lara. And hopefully when things are a little bit more stable and you're back over here in the UK, we'd love to have you in at Sabras as well, and come and meet some of your fans here in Leicester.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
You
much. I
take
look
care.
forward to it.
Thanks,
Thank
Lara.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks very much. Bye.